Hey guys, George Roddy Jr. I wanted to give you a brief overview of find and assign for instant profits. Now, I remember when I first started in the real estate business, the first 12 deals I did was this strategy right here. And it is alive and well today. I think it's a great strategy even today. But this was a strategy for me that was really my only choice. And the reason is because what this has to offer in the minimal capital investment or cash investment that is required. That was music to my ears as a new investor with not a lot of capital, and I want to kind of go over an overview, take a few minutes explaining why and how powerful this strategy is in today's market, and has been and it will be forever and ever. What is find and assign? Well, on a basic level, it is the process of writing up an offer, controlling real estate, then locating another buyer who is willing to pay you more. An example would be you have a property under contract for $100,000. Then you find a buyer, most likely an investor, a cash investor at that they're willing to give you 105, 107, heck even 120 if the deal is good enough. That is what find and assign is. Now, what are the benefits of finding a deal and assigning it to another person? Well, I like it because there aren't any rehabs involved. Basically, you're not fixing and flipping. You're controlling real estate and selling the bundle of rights to another party. Number two is financing. There isn't any because you're not closing on the deal. You're never buying the property. You're not the owner of record ever. You just have the right to buy, but you're selling the rights to someone else. Number three is profits in 30 days. Typically, you're going to write up an offer and you're going to give yourself 30 days to close, and that means you have basically 22 days to find that buyer. And number four is minimal cash. It really doesn't take more than a few $100s, and even less than that if you get the seller to agree, but there's not a lot of risk involved. Yes, you have to spend money for marketing. Yes, you have to spend money for gas and postage. But as far as investing into a property, you're investing in yourself first. All right, let's go over a quick overview of what we go over in this Find and Assign course. Number one is you learn about the 7 steps. You need to understand, what do I do first, second, and third. Number two is you develop an identity. I want you to be professional in every way, ethical and professional in every way. So we need to look, act, and feel like a professional, and that starts with creating an identity. Number three is the 15 motivated seller leads. So we give you those, and you're not going to use all 15 when you first start off. I want to give you, and you pick which lead source you want to start with. Number four is building your dream team. You cannot do this, well, let me take that back. You can do this on your own, but you will probably fail if you try to do it on your own. Real estate is all about putting people around you who are smarter, faster, better than you are. You have the drive, but you need to have people to help you. Number five is 3 types of advertisings. There's inexpensive ways to advertise who you are and what you do, and then there are expensive ways. You're going to pick, depending on how much money you have in the bank, depends on how I might suggest you advertise. Number 6 is connecting with sellers. We use the what approach, and in the class we go over exactly, it's an acronym for some questions that we ask. Number 7 is run the numbers. We give you the deal analyzer so you can plug in the numbers, and also we go over the rehab cost. I know that you might not have rehabbed 76 houses in the last 5 years. That's okay. Use my rehab cost estimator. Take the square footage, times it by this. Ask how old the HVAC, the roof, the foundation. You plug in that and it gives you a really accurate figure on what this rehab should take. And you need to know that because you need to start thinking like an investor, because you're going to be selling these contracts to investors. Number 8 is control it, how to write it up, how to write it and give yourself ways of getting out and doing your due diligence work. Number 9 is find your buyer by marketing your POP. Your POP is your property overview packet. And we give you, if you're going to bring in a deal to me or another investor, you need to have certain information in the presentation or your marketing packet. So we give you exactly what an investor is going to want to see so you don't get blindsided. They don't ask you questions and you haven't thought about this. And number 10 is how we close and take out the risk. There are certain ways of closing on these transactions that minimize your risk. All right, so what do you get? Number 1 is you get the step-by-step action plan manual, 2 hours of instruction, the marketing pieces, the document library, which has all the contracts, the forms, the addendums, the termination notice, the amendments, all of the forms that I currently use when I'm writing up real estate deals. We're going to give you those and how to use them. Obviously, you need a deal analyzer software program to analyze the deals and estimate rehabs, even though we know you're not going to be rehabbing any of these. And lastly, the unlimited support for 90 days. Ask us any questions you want about this strategy and we will answer them. On the support system, we have other people that have asked questions and you get to read those and see how we've answered their questions. That's find and assign for instant profits in a nutshell. This is a quick overview. I hope this has helped. Do me a favor, go down to the bottom and click on the link which gives you instant access to this workshop. You've got 90 days to ask me questions. Watch it, learn it, internalize it, go out there and write offers. And if you have any questions, we're here to support you. Thanks a lot, guys, for listening. This is George Roddy. I'll see you soon.